Welcome. My name is Nate Crowley. We're Group 25. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of working from home versus working on site. So, to start, a year ago, COVID changed everything. We shut down. The whole world seemed to shut down to some extent, and we had to go virtual. Most students here listening, watching this, did that as well. We all committed to Zoom University, it seemed like, and we just went completely virtual. And I think it changed everybody. Everybody's really scared, and there was definitely a learning curve for everybody trying to rely so heavily on technology to communicate and to get things done in the school or work sense. And so, first thing we're going to talk about is why it's better is communication. I think this may be a surprise, and I think it was probably a surprise for a lot of people when they started working from home, was that normally you think by not being together at one central location that communicating would be more difficult. But in reality, what I think it's done for everybody is you have to communicate now. So, for example, I think there's times even in a classroom or in a business setting where someone may say something and no one's taking note of it, and or it's said in passing and someone didn't realize that it was important or that task needed to get done right then and there. But working from home, everything's a lot more intentional. And so when you want to say something to somebody, you have to make an extra effort to either write them out a message, an email, or in the Zoom room, you reach out to them specifically and say, hey, by the way, this is what I need to tell you. And so I think that was the basis for how people started to realize that their communication skills as a business started to improve, was that they needed to go out and say something specifically to that person, and their communication started to increase. And many business owners and business people working in the business field know that communication is super key. The other thing too that's really nice with communication working from home is everything either is recorded or written down. And so if there needs to be a reference back to it, you could literally go back and find who said what and what needs to happen. I know that at my current job, not working from home, there's been times when my boss has said something and I've forgotten that there was something that he needed to say, but I knew he told me something, and I've forgotten that. Whereas working from home, if that's an email, I can go back and refer to the email and remember that. Or like I said, if it's in a Teams or a Zoom meeting, we can go back and watch where that was said and once again recall what needs to happen. And then as well as things like I said, person-to-person meeting can just get lost. And someone may not take note of it. It's not written down, and they'll lose that. And so just technology allows us to do this, of course, like I said at the beginning, just that without Zoom, without Teams, without FaceTime, without whatever, Google Meets, we wouldn't be able to do this. And so now it's a pretty universal tool that feels like it's part of our daily lives. And now we've kind of perfected it. We're a year later, and there's been schools and businesses that have used this as their daily life. And now we understand, we have patience for people who don't have their mic on and whatever else, but that we have these tools to be able to use for it and for communicating. And now working from home, it's just a lot better to be able to communicate with those wherever they are. They get the message and they'll get it done. So.
Okay, the first thing I want to touch on is how the benefit from working from home creates a better work and life balance. So prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, it was standard for individuals and employees to go into work at an office or job site location. Due to the unforeseen events that this pandemic has caused, many Americans have now began to work remotely. With the onset of this COVID-19 pandemic, more than half of Americans transitioned to working from home or remotely in the past several months. Well, many remote jobs come with a flexible schedule, which means that workers have the ability to start and end their day at whichever time they please as long as the work is done and it has strong outcomes. This type of freedom can be extremely important when it comes to taking the personal life into effect. Not only that, but working from home creates more time for employees, as well as gives the option of maternity and paternity leave. You know, when individuals have to go into work, they typically have to take this type of leave of absence to take care of a newborn. But with the ability to work remotely from home, mothers and fathers no longer have to take that leave and they are able to take care of their newborn children while also having the potential to work from home at the same time. Not only that, but whether it be going to appointments, running errands, or even doing tasks for the kids and family, it becomes all easier when you're able to work remotely from home. Personally, for me, I know that growing up as a child, your parents play a significant part in your life. And I played sports growing up, and there was moments and times where, our mother and father couldn't attend my practice or games or tournaments due to obligations that they had with work, whether that be staying after for overtime or attending meetings and events where it caused them to stay after work longer than they were assigned. So having this ability to work from home creates more time for parents to spend with their family and loved ones. Next is the next benefit from working from home is a happier and healthier work life. People who work from home tend to be more happier and loyal employees due to the fact that working from home lowers stress. It provides more time for hobbies and interests, and it improves personal relationships. According to a study, 72% of employees who work remotely have a high impact on employee retention. So, to put that in simpler terms, employees are individuals who work for employers that allow individuals to work from home are more likely to stay working for those employers and that business. So not only that, but working from home allows the ability for more exercise, the ability to eat healthier, less exposure to sickness as you're coming into contact with not many individuals besides your immediate family, and 65% of all employees said that their productivity has increased from working at home. Not only that, but working from home gives you the ability of independence. You don't have to worry about colleagues or bosses being over your shoulder, checking in what you're doing at various points of the day. And you have the ability to take breaks when working from home. If you're becoming overwhelmed with the work that you're doing, you just need a subtle break. You can go for a walk, get up, go eat a snack, go make yourself a healthy meal. But you have more freedom when working from home and you're in your comfortable zone where you can get your work done in a better manner. The next big thing is the commute. Working from home takes away the whole commute of going to and from work. The typical American works 9 to 5, which means that they're waking up somewhere from 7 to 7:30 in the morning. And as some individuals eat at home, many Americans either get breakfast on the go or grab a coffee or a light snack prior to heading to work. So being able to work remotely and from home not only saves money on purchasing these items, but it also saves time. You're looking at half an hour to an hour before work and half an hour to an hour after work, in which you'll have more in your day from working at home. Not only that, you have the benefit of limiting distractions when working from home, and it's easier to focus on your job at hand. According to Times newspaper, driving can be bad for your health. It not only increases stress levels, but it can increase your blood pressure and it can increase the risk of your mental health. So, being able to work remotely from home can not only limit this, but it can allow you to work effectively to the best of your ability.
So to conclude, the reason why working from home is best is just the communication is better. There's no commute. The work-life balance is better. It saves your business money by not having to spend so much money on buildings and whatever else. And you get to be with your family, you get to spend time, and you get to work anywhere in the world. You could literally live states and countries away, and you could still be able to communicate, do the tasks that you need to do through our technology that we have, and you'll be able to function and have all the tasks and finish the tasks that your boss or wherever else gives you. And when there's that autonomy, studies have just shown that people are happier. And so we just think that working from home has changed over the last year, and that it's better. It's better for the business and it's better for the world. We can see that the economy can succeed with or without being in person. And that concludes our presentation. So we appreciate it. Thank you.